Hello and welcome to another episode of Dinks with Kinks. Before we get real started tonight with the sexy fetish we're talking about, let's go in and do some housekeeping. I need you guys to stop what you're doing, get on your social media, just right now. Just hit the Facebook, hit the Twitter, hit the Instagram, and look up Dinks with Kinks. We're there, and we want to hear from you.
We're
What
also
if they're
on
not that
TikTok
violent?
on Zero Streams as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And on the TikToks under.
Why do they have to hit it?
at
Why can't
the
they just
Don Darrow
caress
streams.
it or flog it? Maybe.
Why
Why has it got to be hitting?
A little impact play. Anyway, I am one of your hosts, John Dondero, and joining me tonight, the always lovely, the slightly moist Miss Rebecca,
Good evening.
and the ever dry, now well lit, Mr. Shep.
Hi?
I always picture you
Aw.
being a dry boy.
Shep,
Just,
I don't find you dry.
no, I don't mean dry in personality. I
Mhm.
just imagine him being a dry person. I don't picture him being like a
dry
sweaty
means
person.
like dull and stuff.
Yeah, dry is never good. No.
No. Dry
When
personality
you're
is
describing
not good.
someone,
I am describing your body. Like I am
There.
describing.
you want well lit? There, you're well lit.
Oh,
I said
boys,
you
you're
were
both
well lit.
pretty. I love
I
you.
said you were
Both of you
incredibly
are
well
pretty.
lit. And I don't think you're dry as your personality. I think you are dry in like person. I don't just picture you. I don't look at you and go, that dude's moist all the time.
Are you
But
done
I'm
yet?
sure
Shep.
people look at me.
Shep,
Because I keep very moisturized. Thank you. Yes.
Shep, you're smoking.
See? There we go.
Oh
we
man, Shep, you got cranky and she beat me to the pun, and I'm upset now.
We can't let you
Okay.
fail through it all the way every time.
Y'all were distracted
I mean,
arguing
you're
with
right.
each other. Y'all,
You're right.
I had
You're
to.
right.
I was distracting him for you to take the reins.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
you took those reins and took them exactly where I would take them, and I'm proud of you.
Oh,
I'm proud that you went there.
I
tonight
always go there, John.
tonight we are talking about smoking. And did you guys even know that was a fetish?
No.
I didn't, but it didn't surprise me. Does that make sense? Like I didn't think it was a fetish per se, but it didn't surprise me.
Now, a lot of times when people say you have a smoking fetish, they immediately go, "Well, you're addicted to smoking," and it has nothing to do with that. This is actually 90% of the time when you say you have a smoking fetish, you have a fetish for watching someone else smoke.
Yes, this is not to be confused with smoking pole.
Yeah, you're
This
not
is actual
smoking pole.
smoking. Yes.
Yeah, you're not smoking the meats. You're actually smoking cigarettes and pipes, all sort of things. And what fascinates me about this fetish is this is it is 100% a paraphilia because it is a attraction to an item more so than a person. The best part about this fetish is it's an aroma fetish. A lot of it.
What?
Yeah. Okay, so if you really get into this, yeah, the sight of somebody smoking is very, very. I mean, a lot of people with the smoking fetish, the sight of somebody smoking is a really big turn on. But think about the smell. You can always tell when someone's a smoker.
Oh, I used to smoke.
Yeah,
I used
so
to
same
smoke.
here.
I mean, So I mean, I know. I think that's why that surprised me because people I would be very self-conscious about how I smelled all of the time when I was a smoker. So, I mean, yeah.
But I mean, we've all seen the pictures of the very a lot of times they're portrayed as the bad boys or bad girls smoking the cigarette, and they're very domed in that position, like they're in control and they're smoking the cigarette and they're just like.
I equated in my head was smoking with like the 50s and 60s with like that elegant, like, you know, that like film noir guy in a suit smoking a cigarette and this well dressed, really like hot, you know, villainous murderess is smoking a cigarette, like tempting. That's what I conjure in my head. Like that's
it's temptation. Guys, let's not kid ourselves. Smoking's cool. We do not here at Dinks with Kinks. We do not encourage any type of cigarettes, smoke. Check with your doctor to learn the dangers behind both cigarette smoke, pipe smoking, and vaping. But yeah, let's pass that. Smoking's cool.
Yes, and this fetish sounds like it's almost more for the vourist more than the exhibitionist. Like the vourist want to watch and see this action going on.
When he says voorish, I still think you're eating it because I think it's a vor fetish.
I don't know. Okay. Here's where I'm going to sort of, because I was a smoker. It's also not necessarily just a vor, like for the people looking at it, because it's an oral thing. I liked the act of smoking. It wasn't necessarily the smell or even just the taste of it, because now just thinking about the taste of it, I'm like, but it was the act of smoking. It was the act of having something in my mouth. Like it was very like
But did that turn you on though? Because when we define the fetish, it's more of a, you know, a need to reach arousal and such like that. So that's why honestly, I kind of distinguish it differently from the oral fixations.
It depends. It would depend on the mood. Just like I don't get turned on every time I eat, but it just depended on. But if I was,
but do the people watching somebody, you do?
I mean, that I can't speak for them, but I mean, when I am in a group setting and I'm trying to flirt with somebody and I'm bringing attention to my mouth. So, I mean, it depends on the situation and context. So I can see how smoking can be sexy for somebody doing the smoking.
Yeah. I mean, 90% of this fetish is the observation of this fetish. And like the number one hypothesis behind this would be like the smoke exiting the mouth. Like, and you've all seen that scene where the bright red lipstick smoke just kind of almost like liquid pouring out.
Yeah.
And she blows it out of her mouth. And I'm just like, I can 100% get behind that.
So you need a minute? Because the way you were describing it, I mean...
No, I mean, it is a
your
very
eyes started to get
scene.
glazed over a bit there.
Yeah. It's just how they like do they let this what they call smoke roll out of their mouth is very alluring. Or, you know, and a lot of this fetish, you know, develop from childhood associations. And, you know, typically, like I said, this fetish, I think, is probably on the lines of going extinct for as far as that's concerned, just because fewer and fewer people smoke. But growing up, I mean, I remember having, like, hot teachers that smoke. Or, like, being, you know, witnessing, you know, women of power or women that I would be attracted to, like, smoking. And it's both vulnerable and like they're in control because I'm a kid and I'm looking up at them. And, you know, I think as a kid, we all knew somebody who smoked.
Oh, my grandmother smoked. Everybody I knew smoked. Yeah. That's how I got my first cigarettes. Like,
yeah. And touching base even back on the aroma part of it, you know, I want to mention the fact that there's the clove cigarettes that actually do have the peeling smell. And also the array of cigars, of course.
Mm-hmm. But I will say this, aroma is not always necessarily a good smell. A lot of times, I mean, if you think about aromatherapy, the biggest link to memory is smell. Mm-hmm. So, like, let's say the first time you were ever sexually aroused and your blood got flowing as a teenager and you were in a very smoke-heavy environment, that smell may remind you of that experience. So like smelling, even if it's a bad smell, it will still remind you of that moment.
Or just there's a simple fact of some people like that grimy, sweaty, or woodsy smell on a person.
I take it Shep does not like the smell of cigarette smoke.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think. Well, I mean, you're right. Smoking. I think smoking now has gotten to the whole really bad. Not, and I don't mean bad, but like bad boy, bad girl image, because now everybody's so health conscious and everybody's like, so now it's one of those, ooh, the bad boy who smokes. Like it's actually up the bad boy level a little bit, I think.
Yes.
Now
I
it's
don't know.
the,
I think
now it's
it's
the
even
cool
worse.
kids, though. Cool kids that can do the big vape tricks with their smoke.
Yeah, now it's vaping. The smoking fetish is going to turn into the vape fetish. With the evolution of
Let
it.
me put some of these vape rings on you, baby.
Because I mean,
is that a new game? Is it like you try to land the rings on somebody's erection? It's like, can we play that game?
Yes, we can. We can absolutely play that game.
You and Shep. All right, go.
Anyway,
go ahead.
No, I mean, this is one of those fetishes that I'm like, I've actually filmed smoking fetish films before, and nine times out of 10, what they requested was somebody smoking and being like very indifferent to them.
Really?
Like almost degradation, but not quite. Like indifference.
Indifference or ignoring the presence.
Yeah.
Shunning their existence.
That's still degradation, though. That's part of degradation and humiliation. I mean, that can, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think there's a whole lot of this, because I think when people who like have this fetish.
Yeah, it goes along with the human ashtray. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't have this fetish, so I can't say for reals, but from my experience of like filming this content, it was very much mixed into the I want a girl who's bothered by my existence, which is a turn on to some people.
I mean, yeah.
That's it. We didn't cover degradation. We covered like bullying,
right?
But we never covered just you don't exist to me.
But that also brings up like a sort of a scary gray area, because if you're into that, because I've been the girl that's been outside having a cigarette and some guy comes up to me and I'm just trying to smoke my cigarette, just trying to get it over with. And like, I ignore them. I'm like, and then like, so it becomes a little, it becomes a little weird for me, a little gray, but I mean, I'm not shaming them. I'm just saying I've been that. Hey, you know what? Maybe they went home and finished themselves off thinking to me about that. You know what? You're welcome. Yeah. You're welcome.
Hey, you just gave somebody a very positive experience.
Oh, well, there you go.
As long as they didn't like creepily act out at you, you just gave them a positive. You gave them some spank bank material.
Well, let's not forget the very talented women that can smoke a cigarette out of their smother tacos.
Nope. I'm not having any of that. That's just nope.
What?
Shep's all yours.
What? Why?
Listen, I don't know why. I'm just like, no, I don't like that.
I think that's the first time ever I've heard of something. You weren't even this way during ball busting, and you're just like, nope. Like, what?
I think I have childhood trauma when it comes to that.
What? You got too close to one and it was all steamy and smoking or something?
I may have seen a clip or two. I may have seen a clip or
Oh,
two
see?
exploring the
See?
internet and it upset me. You know how it is. You're on the internet late at night. You're a young teen. You're looking for spank bank material. You see that. It upsets you.
So not necessarily the movie Teeth, where it literally eats you, but
I
just
don't
one
believe
that
that. That's
smokes.
fine with that. Yeah. If you're putting a cigarette down there and using it like a mouth, I'm out. That's where I nope out at.
Wow, we have met a hard
50
limit for John.
50 episodes and we're finally here.
But I mean, if they're really talented, it can feel like a mouth nomming on you. Isn't that a good thing? Let's come on. Let's be honest now.
Okay, yeah, a little bit, but I don't want to think of it doing other mouth things. I still don't associate vaginas with mouths.
As long as it doesn't talk to you, I guess you're fine.
Yeah, but if it's smoking, I feel like it should be able to talk to me. I don't want to be disrespected by a vagina who's not talking to me. It smokes, but it doesn't talk to me.
You know the historical little movies of people that have the hard, crazy sex they got to smoke after. I mean, what if you just rock it so hard it needs a cigarette?
I've been that person. I have been that person.
That your vagina needs to smoke afterwards?
Maybe that just shows you did that good a job.
I've been close, but not. No, I've never wanted to smoke out of my vagina.
I don't know why that is.
Smothered taco.
My smothered taco.
I honestly don't know why that's my hard limit, but there it is. We literally did sounding last week.
I know. That's why I'm like shocked. Like ball busting and chastity and all of those things. That like you were like, okay, but we're going to talk about it now. But you're like, Shep brings up smoking out of your smothered taco, and that's your hard limits.
Yep. That's where I draw that line.
You know what, though, John? I can respect your hard limit, and you know what, Uncle? We are going to move on.
Yes,
pineapple,
it's
pineapple,
okay.
pineapple,
we
pineapple.
Respect your limits.
No, it's kumquat.
Pansy. We do. We do.
No, my safe word is pineapple.
Oh, your safe word is pineapple?
Yeah, Shay's safe word is kumquat.
Kumquat? What's that word again?
Kumquat. That's your safe word, right? Didn't you say that?
No.
I don't believe that.
I think there was a chick that said it on Triple X movie, but that's about it.
Kumquat. No, let's see. But yeah, smoking is absolutely a fetish. It's a very popular one, and people don't realize that.
Why?
Did you guys know it was a fetish?
No.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just don't think people think about it.
I don't think about it, but we knew. Yes. I mean,
some people didn't know.
Well, and you can take it to different levels too, because using the imagination, you can sit there. Someone could be laying down, and you take a big toke of the cigarette or what have you, and then literally just let the smoke flow over their body. That makes it a more interactive fetish in ways.
I like that. See, I can get behind that. As long as the smoke's not coming from the vagine, all about that.
So, are you ready? I have a list because I have a list.
Okay, give us a list.
Wikipedia on smoking fetishism.
That's what I'm looking at right now. I was covering each one of those. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, well then let's keep going.
Yeah. Like I said, we did the childhood, we did the aesthetics. We kind of talked about like the sadomasochism of it.
Yeah.
Human ashtray, maybe.
Well, no, actually, like a lot of it is like you're doing harm to your body, like watching somebody willfully harm themselves. Because smoking is unhealthy. It causes lung cancer and lung disease. I don't fully understand that one as a fetish, but I mean, it can't be outright, tough. A lot of this fetish also stems with, wealth, if you think about it. At least back in the day, because rich people smoked. That's what they did. They smoked cigarettes from long sticks, long spindles.
Because I didn't start smoking until my 20s. when I first started smoking, I only smoked the expensive ones that you had to get from like the special cigar shops. And like they were high quality, high end. And it was like $20 a pack. Like it was not cheap.
Yeah, just
So
like
I can see
specialty
that.
clove cigarettes and such.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys ever watch Corella
no.
Deville? She smoked. She was a bad guy, and like I said, not gonna say it, but Gillian Close played her in the first live action, and that was hot. And then, well, we all know the Emma Stone one.
Oh.
So hand in hand, smoking cigarettes, being naughty. And we talked about the bad boy smoking. That's taboo. I mean, if you really want to put it into it, if you cover like the taboo aspect, the bad boy, the good boy, smoking, look at that bad boy smoking a cigarette, or the naughty girl, Corella Deville.
But to tie in with that, though, it's not just the bad boy and the smoking, it's that sense of like confidence. Like you don't give a shit. Like I know I didn't when I was a smoker. I was like, I wasn't like hovered in a corner. Like I was like, no, I'm gonna go out there. And like it's and perceived confidence. Like you don't care and you're gonna do you and people find that attractive. Like
Yeah. Oh, I started smoking when I was 15. I'm gonna tell you right now, and I did it to be cool. Smoking is not cool. The Dinks with Kings podcast want to remind people that smoking is a very unhealthy habit and not good for you. But yeah, I totally started smoking because it was cool at the time. Just smoking them cigarettes. I was a cool kid. I was a bad boy, cool kid. Yeah, smoking's cool, guys.
I honestly don't think I could ever have this kink or fetish. And you want to know why?
Why?
My grandmother used to smoke Marlboro 100s, reading her smutty romance novels. And that's like my memory of her is like, and she used to smoke like chain smoke. So it was like her smutty romance novels and her Marlboro 100s. And that's all I could think about whenever I'm like.
But think about somebody with an incest fetish or like the taboo fetish who like had that hot aunt who used to smoke. Because when I was a kid, everybody's aunt smoked.
Well, everybody smoked when we were kids.
That's also true, but everyone had that really hot aunt that was like smoking the cigarettes and either that reading the trashy romance novels and dressed way too inappropriately. I like to call them the Miko ants, the hot ant that you have to deal with. And back when we were kids, the Miko ant was a smoker.
I love how Miko's the bar.
Miko's the hot ant.
All right. Wow.
What else we have?
I'm still stuck on the fact of we met a hard limit for John. I'm
Are you really shocked?
I didn't know you had any.
I do. I also have hard limits when it comes to urine or feces.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't talk about them. Shep literally just brought it up and said, "Hey, let's smoke out vaginas," and I was like, "Oh no. Are any of you guys?
Is that what I said? Is it really?
Yeah, you want us to smoke out our vaginas? I remember it. It's very clear. It happened like 2 hours ago. You were like, "We're gonna smoke out our vagines," and I was like, "No. This is my hard limit." Pineapple. Guys, are any of y'all turned on by peer pressure?
Peer pressure?
Yeah. The power of persuasion. Like this is another thing that happens, like convincing someone convincing you to smoke or convincing you to do anything naughty or taboo.
No.
It's like, your corruption. Yeah, the corruption, it could really fall under like the whole corruption fetish.
Okay, maybe. I think a little bit. Like there's something about I don't know, them like trying you resisting and not resisting. You know you want to, but you want
No,
I don't
no,
know.
no. I can't smoke. I'm a good boy.
No, I don't know.
I'm a good boy. Don't make me smoke. Fine, I'll give in to it. Twist my arm. Did we find a hard limit on Shep?
I know. I'm like, what's that face?
I don't think you could convince Shep anything that he didn't want to do. I don't think there's if Shep didn't have it in his mind to do it, I don't think there's any convincing.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, he stands by his he is a man of integrity.
He
No,
is.
no, I'm not. But
What?
I just really noticed there's a chance Audacity isn't recording. No, it's recording, but it's not making any lines or anything, John.
All right. Well, that
Oh.
being said, luckily everyone has sounded pretty fucking great through Craig.
Okay.
So
Yay!
we'll be all right. I'll come in there and fix it before the next episode.
I don't get it. But anyways, unpause.
Yeah, I'm leaving this part in the episode. It's 100%. So when people listen to it and go, it seems a little off tonight, they'll know that we absolutely used our Discord to record this. But everyone's audio is pretty on top, so I think
I
like
like
it
being
on
on
top.
top.
There we go.
I love how we're both at the same room. Like, okay, we're good
We're
there.
all on top, and we are.
I will secede under certain circumstances, but yes.
We're all on top, and
Somebody
we're all
has to be
out
on
of
the
their
bottom.
machines.
No, we can
we
do
gonna paper
I mean,
rocks?
there could be side to side.
We need paper, rock, scissors for who's going to be on the bottom.
No, you side to side.
Oh, okay.
Sand to floor. Sand to floor. Swirly, swirly.
Did you just say it?
Yes.
But that's when it gets uncomfortable. Who's in the middle?
My penis.
I say we put Shep in the middle.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think we've pretty much covered everything we could talk about with smoking. What do you think, Shep? Shep, have we covered everything?
Other than the fact that I wonder if you could expand it out into the use of if somebody just really loves being engulfed by smoke, then you can go into the fog machine realm. And
I think that's a whole different thing. Because I think smoking is an act, not just. It's not the act. It's not the attraction to smoke. It's the attract to smoking. You got to add that preposition in there.
Or watching the act of smoking.
Yeah.
Still.
And you might have it if you have an attraction to robots. And then you could build like a lady robot who is also a fog machine. As long as it's not coming under her regime.
This is one of those ones. This is one of those fetishes or kinks that I would love it if somebody with this kink or fetish contacted us.
100% yes.
Not because just because I would love to know more. The internet can only give you so much, and it's one of these. This is one of those ones where I just want to what is it about it that attracts you? Like, because I was a smoker, and so it's not like it's not like I'm opposed to it or I'm down on it. It's just one of those, I didn't get sexually aroused by it. So I would love to just talk to somebody. If you have this kink or fetish, please contact us because I would love to talk to you.
And she is down on that.
Yeah, no, actually, I'm 100% with that too. You guys can reach us out on social media at Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. And, send us a message saying, hey, I have this fetish. let me tell you all about it. I will, both me, Rebecca, and Shep will get together and we'll go, all right, let's ask this guy every question we have.
Or girl. Or
girl.
non-binary, they.
Or non-binary. We will ask the person.
Yes.
Or people, if there are multiple people who come
The
into it.
portrayer of the fun.
And I think, like, if you do have this, it's one of those, it's because this is just one that we want to know more about, because we don't, we, like, John has videotaped it and recorded it. And it's just one that I want to know more about and understand more. It is not because we like I don't want to put anyone on the spot, but it's just because I want to understand more, because it's a fascinating thing to me. And so I would love if you have this. Yes.
And with any of the kinks we've ever covered, if you have that fetish, tell us about it. Reach out to us. You will get zero judgment. We have zero kink judgment or kink shame.
Yes, all of our judgment always stays aimed at John. No worries.
Yeah, 100%. Even if you like smoking out of your vagine, it's not my thing, but I want to hear more about it and why it does. Vagine.
With a velour finish.
Now, let me ask this before we end tonight. Would you guys do this? Starting with Mr. Shep. You wouldn't partake in this? I know your personal opinions on smoking, Shep. We have been friends long enough.
Do you, though?
Well, I know you don't enjoy it.
Well, you may not know I'm also slightly allergic to it. So.
Oh, there it is. And the truth comes out.
No.
I think I may have known that.
The completed puzzle, not the truth.
I think I may have known that. What about you, Miss Rebecca?
I would do it.
Yeah. I like that you nodded.
Like I said, I probably was in somebody's bank. I don't know, like 10 years of smoking. Like, so I'm probably somewhere in somebody's masturbatory thoughts.
When I'm drinking a beer, or if I'm out drinking, I still love to socially smoke. It's still one of my few like guilty pleasures is having a cigarette while we're out and about.
But it's become less frequent. Like I used to do, especially when I first started quit. It was social, quote unquote, socially smoking for a while, and then it's just become less frequent. Now it's like every now and then, because a lot of people are quitting, so it's like the opportunity to do it is
and we had 2020 and 2021 where no one went anywhere or did anything, which is why we have such podcasts like the Dinks with Kinks. If you like us, follow us on the social media. We do not condone smoking. It is bad for your health, but we want to know more. Smoking's cool. Yeah,
Did you just contradict yourself all in one sentence?
Yes, I've done that. Okay. I've done that every time.
Yes, he dicked himself all in one sentence.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, just
I contra and dick all in the one go.
I do have to say.
Say it.
When I was a smoker, when you got fucked really good, like really good.
Yes.
Really good.
Mm-hmm.
There's
no better feeling than having that after smoke. After sex. After sex cigarette is the greatest cigarette you will ever have in your entire life.
I have replaced that now, but there's just
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I know, and I'm all about it.
So anyway,
I don't have to spin the wheel for next week. We've only got one thing left.
Oh, wow.
Before we replenish the wheel with all new kinks, which if you want to add to that wheel, again, reach out to us on social media. We take requests, and we will add to the wheel. But next week, we're talking about Lycra.
Lycra?
Lycra? Did I say that wrong?
No, it's Lycra.
Lycra. Okay. Listen, I have been saying that word wrong all week long. I did it earlier today with Shep, And he's like, what? And I was talking to his partner, and she was like, what? And I was like, no, it's this. And they're like, you mean lycra? I'm like, yes. I was saying lycra or lycra or lycra.
Yes, you were calling out a medicine name.
Yes, I was.
Nothing
But no, we're
worse
talking
than
about
calling out
lycra.
the wrong name.
Yeah, it was very embarrassing. So I had to school myself a little bit, but I've done some research and we're ready to do that one. So tune in next week for some more kinks, and then we will be replenishing the wheel. So
Yay.
I am one of your hosts, John Undera, and with me, as always, the always on fire but yet never smoking, Mr. Shep.
Till next time.
And where there's smoke, where there's fire, there most definitely is smoke, Miss Rebecca.
Good evening.
Good night, y'all.